today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. It's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Chicago Bears.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with
try that shit again, nigga.
Slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
He did.
Muscles him off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he
Dorsey 11? Come on.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know,
Bro, this nigga breaking the first tackle every time.
They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen
Shit, that shit now, dark skin, Troy.
They want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Sims. He's got it to Swan complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Now Sims.
Come on.
Able to get 9 out pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on.
Why is he even? I could have sworn I switched that shit. Oh, he's just tripping. How the fuck that even happened?
The opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what a start to the season he's had. 10 touchdowns through the first 2 weeks. Now, we won't start playing the game of what kind of pace is he on, because it is a long year. But at the very least, he's got to be the front runner for NFL Offensive Player of the Month for September.
A first down throw coming for Vic. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Vic's throw taken in by Moss. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 76 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher. Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On 3rd down, Vic. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Throwing, Vic. Man open, it's Moss complete. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, we weren't able to do it on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here, this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And again this time to the tailback. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. These two teams all tied after one. Throwing on third and long. Sims. Open man there is Swan complete. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Sims. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it. That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Vic now. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Down to about the 22 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself
set
up
to
to keep
first.
making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and 1, here's Vic. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And Vic's throw there, incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Vick. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And there's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now Sanders. A good return there, 17 yards, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
First down, Vick. Right back to Pitts again. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Vick to throw it. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Bro, I didn't think I was trying to throw.
Vick to the air again. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, here is Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns.
Tight, what you trying to say?
2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They run. It's Charles. Show off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Another shot here for Charles. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This will be the final play of the half. Vick, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Julio Jones. As time expires in the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime.
This nigga scoring 100 points a game. I gotta do whatever I can to fucking keep up.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see it done that well by a rookie? And how about the timing? Finishing it almost near the zeros, as you said, right at the end of the half. Great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. Noah Fant, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And that game, level, as they take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we'll turn it back over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears
Good little halftime break.
ready to receive the kick. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at half.
Come on.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
And no jar ball.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe
Low
3.
bats, man.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll try to throw it here. Vick. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is...
Oh, that nigga moving slow as fuck.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, Vick. Flushed out right. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Now here's Vic. The quick slant caught.
Oh, come on, dumbass nigga.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Vic readies to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
To throw on second down, Sims. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sideline and in the huddle looking at each other.
They'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And Sanders now to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing, you and I will be here to watch. And I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Vic will look to throw on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Vic. And this one is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On third down, Vick out of the gun. That's caught left side to the tight end Pitts. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down carry here for Charles. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again.
Oh, yeah, that nigga.
Closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and short yardage, Vick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bears are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. On first down, Sims. Going for a right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So can't find no consistent niggas.
They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense,
they all start out consistent.
Everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
What?
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Sims. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally
kill this nigga.
Down at the 20.
How the fuck that happened?
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, Sims dumping it off for Johnson.
Oh, shit.
23 yards for the touchdown.
Some old ass nigga.
Measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all.
My bad, Julio. I've neglected to get you to your goal.
You're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on second down. Vick. Jones has it. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bears on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. He completes it to Jones. And he will have the Bears first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the catch.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets
come on. Good shit.
Escaping the pressure right. Now big stripped. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Womp womp.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Browns drive about to get started. Following the fumble recovery, Sims.
Oh, come on.
It's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and 2, Sims. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He finds his man Johnson. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Throwing on 3rd and long. Sims. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. He'll buy some time right. Caught on the right side by Jones. Touchdown, Chicago. Julio Jones with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bears are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here.
They sent the corner blitz for that side.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Find a receiver, and he's brought down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Well, they're going to throw it here with Vic.
Good flag.
Incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
3rd and long for Vic. On the move to his left. Complete to Jones. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the...
What'd you score, 49?
Boy, were they clicking on offense.
Or did you score 48?
Can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears,
Yes. Damn, 48. I'm trying to score more points than you this season. That's everybody right. Yep. KG doing shutouts. Okay. This nigga still got me by... Oh, never mind. Fucking 8 points. Okay, I see it. we ready. I ain't lying. I'm gonna have to add that bitch out against y'all. I hope y'all niggas ready. Throw it deep. I can't promise that. I sure can't promise that. Okay, I can try that. Yes, both hours drops. That means I'm gonna have to try to score like 70 in that game to give me a little bit, to give me some kind of breathing room. Well, shit, and hoping that your ass don't score 70.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Oh, yeah, you should play these niggas.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
They're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They give it to Peters.
Yeah, nigga. I seen that nigga rolling.
Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Here's Marino to throw.
Come on, Jalen. Get you a beat.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
This is taken at the 18.
Ah, come on. Throw a block.
Before he goes out of bounds. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Vick. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he gets us inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You
Come
name
on.
it, from route running to catching the football.
Touchdown Bears! Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. It's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a throw here to his running back. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. This defense for the Bears, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now Marino operating with 3rd and long. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be
I tried it.
incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and breaks 4th down on as the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he's going to be out of bounds right.
Well, one way to keep me from throwing from 300 is to give up all the yards on punt return.
This offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Off the play fake, Vic. The dump off for Charles. And he's taken down inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Vic operating on 1st down, sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10, Vic. He finds his man complete. It's Moss. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. The numbers on Moss from last week's game. 4 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked number 9 in the league in receiving yards. In a league that throws the ball around like crazy, number 9's a touchdown.
Complete at the wall. A great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And there's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
What is he jumping
past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. To throw is Murray.
Oh, shit. We both went for the same nigga.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down he
Had that been me,
takes it up to the 40.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game with their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles, really put it on those receivers.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 1st down. Here's a run with Peterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Marino to throw it.
he's got Shockey. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Marino.
I'll take that.
He's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. On second down, it's Charles, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A first down throw coming for Vic. And Jones hands it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. Big connection on that one. 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. Screen pass to Charles. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Looking to throw again on second down. Vic. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try to cover downfield.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him.
Jones goes diving, and he's got it. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drives 7 plays in length, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. And it's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try to put some pressure on the defense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Marino to throw on third.
Finally, you got you one.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. In the second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. It'll be a pickup.
Kill that nigga.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sets up. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about the defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And it's taken in at the 9. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing, Vic. Steps away to his left. He can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Vic now from the 50. They'll roll him out right. Caught by Jones. Touchdown Bears. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half.
We running this bitch up.
Up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands.
Oh, I'll take that.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's getting his guys. Points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as he kicks away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We get things started up at MetLife Stadium. The Titans in town to take on Gang Green. And it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. Austin Prohl, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down the turnpike to see what's happening with the Eagles at home in Philadelphia. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Cam Newton with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Matt Ryan has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They begin the drive with Charles. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 7, Vic.
too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On third down, Vic. It's going to be caught by Moss. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Check 26, check 26.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Gurley again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On first down, it's Charles again. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'm supposed to be running it up. Supposed to be running it up on y'all bitch asses.
To get him going, he's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Vic now. Flush to his right. Is complete to Jones. Touchdowns! And the Bears continue to pour it on. The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Marino. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Marino here from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones.
Come on.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, guarantee
Come on, what the fuck was that?
Down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
Ah, broken ribs? Come on.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Soldier Field. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The throw over the middle, taken in, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterback touchdown.
Sensational.
Kyle Pitts, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And it's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On 1st and 10, it's Marino. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, this game was decided a while.
Oh, now you ain't gonna let me challenge it. Oh, that's weak. Oh, that's weak. Okay, I guess.
And that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2
what is this?
shy of the 30. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Marino. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Lions on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
0 for 7.
intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like
wrong fucking button.
But I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Vic to throw it. And
Good flag.
Incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's Vic. Steps away.
Fuck.
And that will be incomplete as well.
How about some applause?
We're not
for
playing
the
it.
defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To throw, Vic.
Oh.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Big play there. 88 yards. And the Bears are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. And it's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Another shot now for this Lions offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Marino will throw. Now he's
missed. Fuck.
He's going to get a good gain of
I was trying to kill that
to the 34.
Oh, I was trying to kill that nigga.
Third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Marino will look to throw on first.
I missed again.
He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. Here, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Peterson, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing again on second down. Marino. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Yeah, another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that in.
Come on.
Yeah, this pass broke him up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Being chased out left. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Vic will look to throw on first down. Rolling to his right. Man open, here is Jones.
God damn it.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It'll be Vic once more. Out to his left. Vic into the slide, and he's got the 1st. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be off to Minneapolis.
Damn. Damn, this nigga gonna avoid Chandler Jones.